Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
He had no sign of him cooling down at all.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let him know, let him know.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago, so how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before, the very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
To throw is Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Cousins from the gun on third. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage. First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. Now a handoff looking right. Pretty move. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is incomplete.
So he looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins now. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
38 yards on the scamper there.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Keep playing hard.
Final play of the half, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen.
Bring up 48. Hey, Delta.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Following the interception, Cousins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying...
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 2. One. Mike's 50. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check.
Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gun. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, Alpha. Mike 22.
To throw, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Go!
Cousins here to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Along